Having talked on the value-added life, I'm going to quickly run through the life without value, which I call the valueless life. What is a life without value? I don't even wish that for my enemy. Yeah, the valueless life. A life without value is a life without growth. That just means in one sentence. You're not growing in life. And in the absence of growth, there will be chaos. In the absence of growth, there will be deterioration. In the absence of growth, there will be redundancy. And in the absence of growth, I'm telling you, it might likely lead to a possible death, physically or mentally. Yes, it can lead to a possible death, because life without growth leads to so many things: frustration, depression, and all that. So growth is very key for your longevity here on earth. Growth is key for your longevity here on earth. Yes, for you to live long on earth, you need to be growing in life. The valueless life, in the area of your academics, you're not growing. The same grade you left school with, the same discipline, or the same level that you left school with, you have acquired whatever ND, HND, BSc, and you are staying there. No, go further. People that are reading, you see, we as humans, we love people that are growing in life, but I can't you become the example? Have you ever asked yourself, how can't I become that example for people to look up to in the area of growth? Aspire to become better than where you were before some years ago. Aspire to become more better as a human being. Yes, business wise, you have been running that business, little business. You said that business with, let's say, a minimum capital of 500,000 naira, and more than 2 years, that is still the same amount that you are still having as a business owner. It's wrong. It shows that you are deteriorating. You're not growing in life. You're not upscaling in your daily living. You're not growing. In the area of your finance, the same financial position that you were last year, that's where you are currently. Well, it's not your fault, because you're not exposed to some information or to some knowledge. You know, I want to quickly give a personal story about myself. Yes, financially. You know, back then, I don't used to track my finance. I spend as money come, do things rashly. I don't take details of my life back then. But thank God. Thank God for the enlightenment and the revolution I had mentally. You need a mental revolution. You need a mental revolution for you to live the life that you want to live, for you to live the best life that you have desired for yourself. You must painstakingly track your life every day. At first, it will not be sweet, I'm telling you the truth. At first, it wasn't sweet for me. Yes. Living those destructive habits that were sapping my finance, those stupid habits that were sapping my finance, I had to jettison all of them. Jettison all of them. Yes. Do away with those stupid habits. That is the truth. Because if you don't do away with those habits, it will destroy you. It will kill you before you die. So my dear, you need to sit down and calculate your life. Sit down and tell yourself, this is what I want to do with my life. No more playing anymore. No more sitting on the bicycle. No more hanging on the fence. Be productive. Be intentional. Take action steps. No more wishing and wishing and wishing. You are wishing to become this. You are wishing to become that. No, enough of wishing. Start now. Start now. Write it down. It's not enough to write it down. Do it. It's not enough to have good ideas. It's not enough. It's not enough, but it's the first step. But it's not enough. Action. Do it. Start small. Eat that frog. According to Brain Tracy, he said, "Eat that frog." Yeah. I love that book so much. It talks about you how you can achieve more with little. Yes, do that which you ought to do. Don't waste time. Don't waste no time anymore. You don't have time. Give yourself a sense of urgency. We as humans, you know, maybe it's because of I've worked in an official setting for years, but once you have a deadline to submit a report, I'm telling you, you achieve it. Yeah. If your boss gives you a deadline tomorrow before 12 p.m. submit your report, and you know how is your boss, you start fidgeting, you start to gather data, you start to gather facts, and now you can come up with a very juicy report. You start to go through the books all along. So that why you want to what? You want to meet the deadline. So if technically an official setting they give you deadline, or because you are being paid and you act on that sense of urgency, and your brain picks up that sense of urgency because of what? Of the deadline, why not give yourself by yourself deadline for your life legally? Yeah. And positively, on a more positive notion, on a more positive note, give yourself that deadline. Tell yourself, I want to achieve this. Stick to it. Write it down. Yes, I'm telling you, once you give yourself that sense of urgency, I'm telling you, achieve whatever your mind is set to achieve. That's the truth. Your limit in life is due to lack of value. Yeah, there's something I wrote down personally. Your limit in life is due to lack of value. You are limiting your life daily because what? You lack value. You're not useful. It is rightly said, or it has been rightly said, that when opportunity meets preparedness, it equals success. Are you prepared at the moment for that big contract? What if you are called upon? Come and deliver on the job. Take these millions. Take this contract. Can you deliver it? It shows you are not useful to your own life as a human being. This is not to your family or to whatever, to society. To your life as a person, you are not useful to your life. And a life that is not useful, you know the end point already. So please work on value. Work on value. Everything in life revolves around value. Value. You getting that good paycheck is value. And amongst one of the world paid CEO currently right now, Tesla board has approved it already for it to be paid $1 trillion. Is it a spirit? Ask yourself. It's not a spirit, my dear. It's a human being like both of us. Aspire for more. Think ahead. Why is he giving that? Because value. He has placed so much value on himself that even the world today can bow to his feet. Why? Value. So in one quote, value is life and life is value. That's the truth. Value is life and life is value. If you don't put value in anything you are doing, it will end up to become something that will be trodden down and to be walked upon by men of power, by men that have attained power on earth, by men that understood how to seize power through value, how to seize their finance through value, how to seize a lot of things through value. You don't need half, you need complete. It's up to you. It's a mentality. You either get it or you don't get it. That's what you choose. You need value in life, my dear. Value. Yeah. Value is all you need. Go for it. And I bet you say thank you. Thank you very much for watching my channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and share.